Kotz. I welcome you to, I guess, a guide, but also a huge ass iceberg breaking down essentially the whole bleeding mechanic and especially bleed out deaths for the Outlast trials. Like, I'm now a few hours in and I figured out so much weird ass shit with this mechanic, especially ways to prevent dying from bleeding out with like certain conditions and whatever. It's actually crazy, and I feel a lot of this could be patched soon. So if you're watching this in the future, there might be some stuff that's gonna get patched, yada yada yada. But yeah, let's get into it. So essentially, you won't have audio, I don't think. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Audio doesn't really matter for this. This is what I posted yesterday on my like YouTube, TikTok, whatever, a short, where essentially I was bleeding out from Gooseberry, like right here, like this, and I got hit with a door trap, and because I was held by the door trap while bleeding out, I actually survived the encounter without any amps or anything. As you can see, I have like no health left, besides like that 1 HP, whatever, and no loadout whatsoever. And this was like insane, whatever. So I was like, how can we figure out more shit on how, you know, we can not exploit this, but is there different shit where, you know, it triggers a similar effect? Because here's the thing, I was thinking about it logically, right? Why would this happen from like a programming standpoint? And the conclusion that I came to right here was, yeah, because if you're getting hit by a door trap, a pouncer, whatever, the game counts you as being on the ground essentially. That's also the reason why the Jäger, if you're playing with multiple people, switches target if you are the target and you're getting pounced. Same reason. So I was like, okay, let's go this a step further. I recorded this is the same thing trying out with a pouncer. I have evasive maneuver right here, so the pouncer will go ahead and like evasive, like I will evasive his ass. Like right here. Like in a little bit. I'm trying to time it as best as possible, which I think I did. I evasived, but I actually fell down. So we figured out it did not work. Now, I will admit I haven't tested this fully. I could have done something wrong. I could have also used a defense item instead of evasive maneuver. Maybe it has a similar result. I wasn't giving that one that much thought. Now, going further in, what is another way to essentially be downed while bleeding out? You guessed it, the Jäger right here. So what I did here is I got again to the bleeding stage right here. Right? I'm about to bleed out. Unless I find a heal item, I'm basically dead. So we are like bleeding. And right before I'm bleeding out, I'm letting myself get grabbed by Jäger. Like this. I'm getting grabbed. And as you can see, I'm completely fine. Again, I did not run any last chance or anything. The only thing that I was running was evasive maneuver that actually saved me. But it saved me again from the bleed out thing. And I wanted to go further into this. However, this is where the weird shit comes in. Because, yeah, I've showed you now the Pouncer case and I've showed you the Jäger case. But there was actually some stuff happening in between. And this is where my head just started to hurt. Let's see at this, okay? This one, I'm obviously getting grabbed, triggered, whatever. And I was like thinking maybe about like hiding spots and shit like that, right? So, oh, I already went ahead. So right here, right? I'm here in a crawl hole. This is like picture. Now, the thing about crawl holes now is, it's the same as the shutter gates and some specific hiding spots. Enemies have a new grabbing animation where they like to grab you from the feet and then, you know, beat you up. It is very important to note that this grab, no matter the enemy, does no damage until evasive maneuver triggers, right? Like, a lot of other hiding spot grab out animations from a bunch of enemies, they tickle you a bit, do a bit of damage, and then evasive triggers. Every single one that I've seen that is one of the crouch hole ones, you do not take damage while they are like grabbing you up until you trigger evasive maneuver. So let's see what happens. If you looked closely, you will see it correctly. I got health back somehow. Like if you're getting back to this, I actually got health back. You can't really see it, I think, because of the stupid-ass bar. But if you look closely, I actually got health back from that encounter, and that caused, like, massive confusion in me. So I went to another map. This is Open the Gates, which is also where the Ponzi clip was from. And I went with, like, Night Hunter, because there's, like, a hiding spot upstairs. I can force the goose to hit me. Night Hunter always sees me, and then he can, like, grab me around the thing. Right, so I let the goose, like, obviously penetrate me again. I'm again on life support right here. I force Night Hunter to, like, follow me, whatever, and this is, like, the hiding spot that I'm talking about, like, this crouch hole, right? Because this is one where, like, he would pull me out, right? I don't even need it. As you can see again, the health bar is, like, slowly, like, rising again. Like, this is not as the other cases. And I'm again surviving completely fine. Almost as if in these situations, evasive maneuver basically serves as a last chance supplement. Again, I need to also be clear, I've obviously only tested this on Gooseberry. Like, I'm assuming it works the exact same for all the bleeding scenarios. But yeah, this was incredibly weird. Now this one I think was the pusher one, I think. That one actually took a few tries because you really need to get the timing down. But yeah, pusher, I think you can already tell where this is going. I was like messing around a little bit, buying for time right here. Like as much the time as like possible until the very last second, like right here. Evasive maneuver saved me and also saved me from bleeding out. Yeah, that's kinda crazy. Keep in mind, this was actually my second attempt at trying this out. The first time I did it too early, and if you do it too early, obviously, then evasive maneuver would trigger, but you would still, like, bleed out, like, a second afterwards. So, obviously, you do have to be careful about something like this. But, yeah, this is, like, absolutely nuts. I don't fully remember what this one was, but from this point on, it gets like a bit batshit insane. I actually really don't know what the hell this was. Oh yeah, this was like the locker grab. Yeah, okay. Now here's the thing. I was thinking, if enemies grab me from lockers, like yeah, they do reduce damage if they grab you out of a hiding spot. Wouldn't this technically also, if they only reduce damage a little bit, would there be a threshold to force them to like drop you? So yeah, I tested this with like the small guy. Again, timing might have been off. But yeah, I actually went down in this scenario, as you can see right here. Maybe this is improvable. I haven't tested this one much further. But then you have this bullshit. With like big guys. Again, big guys, when they grab you from a hiding spot, keep in mind they don't do any damage. So I found like the next thing. So, right here, I took the hit again. I'm about to bleed out. I forced this guy. He swung for me. I go into hiding spot. He swings for me again. Takes a while to grab. I literally bleed out on the floor. Evasive maneuver still. And literally stand up again. Now I wanna have a question for you guys. What the fuck just happened? Like what the fuck just happened? What? Like again. I'm gonna show it again, okay? Like, he grabbed me the second my bleed out timer was up. So, He grabbed me the moment. I came out of here not because I was grabbed by him, by the way. I got out because I bled out and like dropped on the floor right here. That's why it looked so weird. But then evasive triggered and I'm up again. Like, what is this? What is this? And then you have like the last scenario that I have like right here where I get like damaged again. And I'm trying the exact same thing but like timed worse. So he's grabbing me. Again, keep in mind right here that I did not do any timing for this. So as far as I'm aware, in a situation like this, like this basically tells you if you are up against an enemy that doesn't deal damage in the evasive maneuver frame at the beginning, like in the time frame before evasive maneuver triggers and you are bleeding out, always go in the hiding spot right in front of them. And as you saw again, you get HP back right there. Either do that or try to go to a crawl space and you are just fine like this. Now, I will say I have not tested this specific thing. Like, I've tried to test it with, like, some other enemies. This whole thing of, like, falling down the floor and then getting up again because evasive triggered. I've tried this even with Gooseberry to see how fucking stupid it is. I failed after, like, an hour, so I didn't try it again. But, yeah. I just wanted to share a bunch of this bullshit with you guys because, again, I don't know how long I've been sitting on this, like testing out different shit, how you can basically cheat bleed out death in this game. Like a lot of stuff possible with evasive maneuver, which is fucking nuts, by the way. But yeah, I'm expecting a lot of this stuff to change over the time and like get fixed. But yeah, my brain hurts quite a bit. And I'm sorry if this video is like very, very loose ends, but that's literally how I felt testing all the shit. If you found some of this stuff helpful, please make sure to give a like and subscribe for more Outlast content in your future. I would appreciate that a lot. Again, I'm still working on the kill room video when I was playing like with Seba and Crap. I'm still working on that. It's gonna be a big video for like the other channel. So you can look forward to that. But yeah, this shit did not give me any rest though. And there's definitely some scenarios that I have not tested out here. But I also did not want to test out because I don't know how deep I want to go into this. But yeah, thank you so much for watching though. And yeah, have a great rest of your day and take care everyone. Bye bye.